The Manners Club Part 3, a short story by Art Barker. Hi, my name is Jonah. I was born in Toronto, Ontario, to a mother and a father. Right after I was born, 3 more children came: my twin sisters and my brother, who is younger than me. His name is Christopher. Christopher chose to stay with my father, Michael Payne. You guys, that our last name is Payne. My father is Michael Payne. My father is a very famous author. He writes children books recently. My parents weren't seeing eye to eye, so they got a divorce. My father was always yelling at my mother, and my mother just couldn't take it anymore. She had realized that enough was enough, and so she decided to take me and my twin sisters far away. I will never forget the drive and how far it was away from the home I grew up at. The world I once knew is no longer the same that I knew the world to be. I was just a 17-year-old boy. I was just a teenager. I was simply only enjoying life. I was in a rock band. I played sports. I even had a girlfriend named Angela, but we broke up. Angela felt that the distance was going to be earth-shattering to our relationship. So when we arrived to Bracebridge, I said to myself, it's going to be a fresh new start. I just wish that I had listened to my dreams. The night before the move, I had a dream. I found myself in a dark corner alone. There was a window, but it was in a high ceiling of the room. There wasn't much lights. But I did hear a man speak, and as the man spoke, the voice kept coming closer and closer to the point where in the dream I said, "Show yourself, reveal yourself to me." What was revealed to me was a demon. He said his name is Resor, the demon of rest no more, the second he looked into my eyes. I found myself in vengeful fields, so quiet and so calm as I heard noise from beyond as it said, "You shall lead them." The voice said, "You should lead them." I woke up in a cold sweat, but I said, "It's just a bad dream. That's all it is." The very next day I started school. It was very strange. People were very, very strange, but the only one that was really nice was Toby. I found myself wanting to be friends with Toby. I thought I would give him a chance. He was really cool, and I remember following him to that house where he said his friends were, is when I realized that the second I got into that house, those people were not his friends. As the Pope looked at me and said to me that today I will be his sacrifice, I had looked into his eyes deeply and said, "You were no Pope." It shocked everybody. Everyone was saying, "Heresy, heresy, heresy." And that's when I looked at everyone and said, "Spare me, for I will lead you." That's when it all clicked in. I knew that I was meant to lead them. But in order to lead them, I would have to be the new Pope. I would also have to find a way to escape this sacrifice. I had to figure out what was happening. But all of a sudden, do you like this content? If you do, share and subscribe and follow us for part 4 of the Manners Club.